Never underestimate running that hill. Oh, let me go check my running route. I try something different this time. You know, I like to track my runs on GPS.
Marie, did you say GPS? Did you know that that is another really cool space technology?
Here we go.
Our story begins in 1957 with the launch of the first artificial satellite, Sputnik. It didn't take American scientists very long to track Sputnik using its Doppler shift. This means that Sputnik would let out radio waves, and depending on how they grew or contracted, we would know where Sputnik was in the sky. And this got researchers thinking about space-based navigation systems. Through the 1960s, the Navy was experimenting with satellite technology, but it wasn't until 1978 that they completed the first Navstar satellite. And it wasn't until 1993 that they completed all 24 satellites. Several years later, GPS became available to the public, to really anybody with a GPS receiver. Now, GPS is the term used for the American system. Russia, China, and the European Union, they all have their own systems. So how does GPS even work? Here are our satellites. GPS uses the 24 satellites that complete an orbit of Earth every 12 hours. And each satellite is an impeccably accurate atomic clock. Each satellite is constantly sending out radio signals. Receiving devices, or receivers, retrieve the information about where the satellite is at a given moment. A receiver determines its own location by measuring the time it takes for a signal to arrive at its location. Each receiver is synced to the clocks on the satellites. To confirm its location takes at least 4 satellites. Each satellite sends a signal to the receiver, and using the time the message is received, we can narrow down the location. Once this is done 4 times, we know exactly where the receiver is located. This is called trilateration. Today, GPS is used in cars, in aircraft, in submarines, even in the space shuttle. And we use it for everyday things like tracking animals and monitoring volcanic activity and even earthquakes. GPS has revolutionized navigation, communication, and even how we see the world. And as we explore the cosmos further, who knows what groundbreaking innovations await us? If you want to learn more about GPS and the satellites that inspired it, come join us here at the New Mexico Museum of Space History in Alamogordo. As always, you've been watching Relatable Space, where we explore the science that's improving our lives one small step at a time.